Three Cobblers of Glastonbury. You may have heard people say, "That's a load of old cobblers," meaning that's a load of rubbish. But old cobblers didn't always mean rubbish. You see, when I was young, when your shoes wore out, you didn't throw them away and buy a new pair. You didn't put them out for recycling. And you certainly didn't tie the laces together and throw them up in the air, hoping they'd be caught on the telephone wires to hang for posterity. No, you took your shoes to be repaired, to the cobblers. And the cobblers, with leather and nails and stitches and glue and skill and just a little bit of magic, would restore your shoes and hand them back to you as if they were as good as new. Well, this is the story of three cobblers. The three cobblers of Glastonbury, who repaired people's shoes. And they had a shop in Glastonbury where people used to come, bring their shoes and boots and have them repaired. But once a year, they would go to the annual Glastonbury Fair, which was held towards the end of June in a village a day's walk from Glastonbury. Now, Glastonbury Fair was an amazing event. They had stalls where they sold boots and shoes and Wellingtons and sweaters and coats and hats and trinkets and crafts and things from around the world, and cider and food, every type of food you can imagine, and even more cider. And of course, there was a stall where shoes could be repaired. And the three cobblers were heading to Glastonbury Fair to set up their stall to repair people's shoes. Now, the three cobblers, there was an old man with long wispy white hair, a middle-aged man, a journeyman, with, quite thick brown hair and a brown wispy flecked beard, and a young apprentice. And these three set off to Glastonbury Fair walking. Now, they were carrying quite a lot of equipment, so it was a hot day and they were getting very tired, and they sat down by a crossroads to have a rest and to have lunch. And they got out their bread and their cheese and their cider, and they were just about to start, but who should turn up but the devil himself, with his cloven hooves and his hairy legs and his wicked grin and his horns. "Well, gentlemen, how good to see you. Do you mind if I join you?" said the devil. "Do we have a choice?" said the old cobbler. "Well, not really," said the devil, and sat down. You wouldn't mind sharing your lunch with me, would you?" "Well, do we have a choice about that?" "Not really," said the devil. "Well, you best sit down then." So the devil sat down and shared their lunch of bread and cheese and cider, and they talked about this and that. They had quite a nice time, actually. They avoided contentious issues like religion and politics. But when the meal was over, the devil brushed the crumbs off his hairy legs and off his top, and he said, "Well, you've been good to me, so I'll grant you 3 wishes, 1 each." "Oh no, it's all right. We don't want any of your wishes. We know what your wishes are like. As soon as we know what's happened, we'll be selling our souls and we'll be cast down to hell, and we'll be having to come up in a year and a day and answer 3 riddles that we can't answer. No, you just be on your way, thank you." "No," said the devil. "You've been good to me, and I promise you that I will just give you exactly what you wish for." "You promise?" said the old cobbler. "Yes," said the devil. "Will you swear on the Bible?" "No, I'm not falling for that," said the devil. "But I promise you, I give you my word, I will just give you what you wish for." "Oh, all right then." And the old cobbler thought, I'd like for my wish, I'd like to be twice as clever as I am now. I'd like to know why the sun goes at night, and why the stars don't fall out of the sky and things like that. Yeah, twice as clever as I am now, please. Are you sure, said the devil. Yes, twice as clever as I am now. All right, said the devil. And he clapped his hands. The sky went black. There was a flash of lightning, a roll of thunder. When they woke up, there was a bit of smoke in the air, and they coughed. And the old cobbler was twice as clever as he was a few minutes before. Right, said the devil. And what about you? Turning to the journeyman. What would you like for your wish? Well, I'd like to be twice as clever as him, so I'd like to be 4 times as clever as I am now, please. Are you sure, said the devil. Yes, 4 times as clever as I am now. Are you sure you're sure, said the devil. Yes, I'm quite sure. I'd like to be 4 times as clever and twice as clever as him. Well, the devil clapped his hands, the sky went dark, there was a flash of lightning. When the smoke cleared, the journeyman was 4 times as clever as he had been. If he'd been alive today, he would probably have been able to do the Guardian crossword. And the devil turned to the young apprentice and said, and what would you like for your wish? Well, I'd like to be cleverer than either of those two. I'd like to be about 8 times as clever as I am now, or 7 times, which is bigger, 7 or 8? 8, said the devil. All right, I'd like to be 8 times as clever as I am now. No, make that 10. All right, said the devil. Are you sure? No, make it 12. All right, but 12 times as clever as you are now is the limit. Now, are you sure? Yes, I'm sure, 12 times as clever as I am now. Are you sure you're sure, said the devil. Yes, 12 times, please. Right, said the devil. And he clapped his hands. The sky went black. There was a flash of lightning, a roll of thunder. And when the smoke cleared, the devil had disappeared, and the boy had turned into a girl.